This tape is for you. We taped our life at Bayside.
Essentially, the show was going to be a week in the life of.
It's the first day of school, and I can't wait to get there.
From the opening bell Monday morning to the bell Friday afternoon.
Oh, forever is such a long time.
It can be a very short time, too.
They always had something good to say about humanity, about people.
Zach, would you really give Lisa up for me?
Yeah, you're my best friend. I wouldn't want to hurt you.
I like to say that everyone knows a Screech, and if they don't, they're the Screech.
Didn't you forget something?
Oh, of course. I forgot to make my lizard a fly omelet.
Then in years past, we went to the beach, we went to the malls, we went on adventures, etc.
We got lucky to all be together for Saved by the Bell.
Hi, I'm Brandon Tartikoff, chairman of NBC Entertainment, and I've got a hit idea for the new fall season.
Brandon Tartikoff came to me and wanted me to do a pilot with Haley Mills, which was Good Morning, Miss Bliss, which was based on Brandon's most significant person who had a influence on him was his sixth grade teacher, Miss Bliss. And we did Miss Bliss with Mark Paul Gosselaar as Zach. And we cast Lisa Turtle, and we cast Screech.
I auditioned many, many, many times with Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Screech, this is the most incredible thing that's ever happened. More incredible than the Brady Bunch reunion? Well, yes.
So I think that kind of helped both of us because we got the chemistry of playing off of each other through a good 4 out of those 6 interviews.
There she is, my dream girl.
And of course, Locke Voorhees was the first princess.
I'm Daddy's little girl. She's got snap. She's got pizzazz. She owns the it, and I like that.
Lisa came in, of course, and added the fashion came first, relationships came second, and then getting rid of Screech.
Oh, Lisa, Lisa, Lisa.
Lisa no en casa. We had great material and did excellent with it, and had great fun in the process.
I was the last person cast. And I said, if you guys are looking for, hey, waka waka, whoa, that's not what I do. And they go, you know what, we're off to a good start.
All right.
I came back and they said, welcome to the family.
As inept as he was at times and as easily conned, he loved those kids. And he would do anything for them.
Zach, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to run the mile. I'm still on the team, aren't I, sir?
Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, much better now, sir.
I'm glad, son. Boy, do we need you.
That became a very special relationship between him and Zach. Mr. Belding was based on my cranky editor.
Everybody get where you were going before I start handing out detention.
And so I kind of named everyone after people I knew. And there was a producer named Screech Williams because he screamed all the time. And that's how Samuel Powers became Screech. Dustin was a comedy genius.
Are you looking for something? No, babe, I found it.
He doesn't get enough credit for how really good he was.
What I added to it was something that I noticed early on, and I've noticed ever since I got older, matured, well, mostly matured, is that everyone has Screech in them.
Screech, what are you doing?
Cramming. We've got school physicals today, and this year I don't want to come in last.
Well, we did 13 shows on Good Morning, Miss Bliss.
After 13, Disney Channel decided not to go forward.
Peter Engel says, and I'll never forget this, ladies and gentlemen, Disney has chosen not to go on with the project, and people start crying. So there's a slight chance NBC will do something, but I just want to thank everybody, and that's the last I heard. It just didn't make sense to me. I thought Mark Paul's really good, Dustin's really funny. And
Hold on a minute. I know somebody at NBC that just might be able to help us. Hi, I'm Brandon Tartikoff, chairman of NBC Entertainment.
We had a meeting with Brandon Tartikoff. We decided to move them to California and start a new show, A Week in the Life of. Well, as we're leaving, Brandon says, what are we going to call this thing? And Tom Tenor said, how about Saved by the Bell? I said, my show is not going to be called Saved by the Bell. That is the stupidest title I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, if I must.
You must.
That was my contribution to the title.
They picked out a few people of the cast of Bliss and moved them over to the first 7 of Saved by the Bell.
this guy named Nelson, who was my wardrobe guy, he came up to me and he, Dennis, they told me to keep your suits. Yeah! That's how I found out I was going on to Saved by the Bell.
The Belding was kept because he was kind of a pivotal role, an anchor point for the kids learning their lessons and getting caught. And you need some sort of authority figure there to step in.
Excuse me, Michael, but we have a dress code at this school. My office now.
Mr. Belding, it's me, Screech!
Screech was definitely in need of that.
Screech was Screech, I mean.
Now he's trying to look stud-like anymore.
He was our comedy relief. Whenever a scene wasn't going well, I would write in the script, more Screech.
I let him stay over at Zach's place last night, and we'll take it, Zach.
And so we thought we had 3 good characters out of the 5 kids, and then we cast the other 3. We have to get some good-looking girls who the boys are always chasing, or vice versa. So why don't we go with the all-American girl, and that was Kelly Kapowski.
Nothing bothers you. Oh, yeah? Lots of things bother me. I just don't let them drive me bananas.
And then I wanted to go with a girl who's Zach's neighbor, Jessie.
Can I come in? You've been coming in that window for the past 10 years.
And she was kind of the first feminist.
You listen and you listen good. Violet is a woman and deserves to be treated with respect.
And then Slater was going to be an army brat.
I scare you, don't I, Morris? This was your turf until I showed up. It was, it is, and it always will be.
And Mario Lopez was Slater. People don't realize that both Tiffany Amber Thiessen and Elizabeth Berkley were both trying out for the Kelly role. And we liked them both, and Brandon said, why don't we use them both?
It was an amazing collage of chemistry, timing, and outstanding charisma.
You know, people say, what was the reason for the success? And I said, as producers and writers and creators, we like to say, because we wrote the scripts, and we did it. The truth of the matter, television is all about casting.
I have grown an inch taller since lunch. I feel like a giant.
Elizabeth Berkley was a year older. So I think she was 15 and a half, and they were 14 and a half, and of course Dustin was 11.
Until the age of 16, a set teacher has to be on set at all times. I couldn't work past a certain time frame. If I got in, the teacher would come in and he'd say, all right, that's it, he's done, and that would be it, I'm done.
How did you know? Who squealed?
We had to remember they were kids. I mean, I would say to the crew, if I ever hear you yelling at a kid, you'll be out of here. They're kids. They're going to act like kids. The economy was that they were so friggin' special. They were so professional. They never had a bad show, ever.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets out of warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time.
The theme song, it is catchy, it is canon now in classic 90s, you know, retro stylings.
It was written by Scotty Gale and Rich Ames. And I gave them all the following notes. I do not want to hear a bell. I do not want to hear I was saved by the bell in the lyric. Is that clear?
It's all right, 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
I listened to about 8 bars, said that's the song. Again, against my better instincts.
1, 2, 3, girls!
Critically, we weren't really loved in the beginning. We had a lot of naysayers that would say, oh, well, you know, this isn't gonna make it, it's campy, it's cheesy, it's not gonna do well.
Your secret's safe with me, sweetheart.
Eventually, we pulled through. You gotta stick it out and weather the storm in any situation.
Are you sure I have nothing to worry about?
Well, you might lose your hair when you're older.
Yeah, how about now, you yo-yo?
You're too young to lose it now, dipstick.
The first package they sold was 39 episodes, and that went to TBS. When those episodes went to TBS, and TBS aired them every day in the afternoon, it caught on. And all the kids coming home from school watched that show.
Hey, it's sharp, it's snappy, it's bold. Slater, it's you.
Now that I like.
Once the fans started screaming, this is great, then all of a sudden people were saying, oh, you know, we knew you could do it. We were with you all the way. No, you weren't. You were saying we were gonna tank.
We have big ideas, and big ideas make big money.
Hey, last time you had a big idea, I wound up with my tongue stuck to a moving airplane.
We knew that we had made it when we came out for opening curtain calls, you know, to bow in front of the audience and say hi before the scene started. And the audience was roaring and screaming for each character. It was like they knew who we were before we showed up.
Mark Walgasa was the #1 teen star in the world. He beat out Luke Perry from 90210.
They would travel all over the country, and they filled up malls. I mean, there was an unbelievable amount of people that came out.
people were showing up with "I love you, Zach" and "I love you, Screech" shirts on in the audience, like holding up signs. It was a big deal.
And the kids were great. They loved those fans. They would never say no.
Hi. I just got detention. Again. You know, I'm the only kid on America's Most Wanted. Hey, but nothing can ruin my day because I'm Kelly's date for her birthday party Saturday night.
Storylines were very important to go. You know, the writers would sit around. There was, what, 8, 10 of them or whatever, plus a head writer. So somebody was always out writing, and they would come in with their first draft, and we'd off and running.
What are you doing in Hawaii?
Summer school. What else?
We go to Hawaii, which was the best.
The beach shows were fun. I just had a great time. The actors felt good about it, too, because it was a freedom.
It was the most fun we've ever had shooting the Hawaii movie. It was unbelievable. I mean, it was like a family vacation with cameras.
We didn't go to Hawaii. We went down to Santa Monica and a little further down and shot most of it.
Oh, Zach, you can't do this to me. I promised these people a genuine Hawaiian experience.
No problem. They'll get it.
And we went over to Hawaii for 3 days and did exterior shots, so it would look like we were in Hawaii, but most of the movie was shot in L.A.
It was fun. It was all around fun.
The last 13 weren't supposed to happen, which took us over the 100. And then they decided they wanted those. But Tiffany had already signed on with 90210.
Do you guys ever wonder where we'll be a year from now?
And Elizabeth was going off somewhere. So we actually shot the graduation before the last 11. It was very emotional, that graduation episode. It was just very, very emotional. I mean, these kids grew up on the show.
I mean, this is our last night together Bayside.
And Elizabeth was in real tears because they were really leaving, and the show was continuing for 11 more.
You'll always be my papa. You big pig.
It was a sad thing, and people were moving on, and I think it was quickly replaced with, okay, well, what comes next?
So we brought another girl in.
Let me explain something. I'm Zach Morris.
Should I be impressed?
Yeah, Leanna Creel, and she was a motorcycle-wearing jacket person, and she kind of took Tiffany's spot, you know, the sense of love interest.
What brings you here? No one to bug at home?
It's just more fun bugging you.
All kinds of people came through our show. It's unbelievable. Bridget Wilson had been a Miss Teen USA. And she came in for one scene and did so well they brought her back for 6 more.
Do I have lipstick on my teeth?
Violet Ann Bickerstaff. Okay, that was Tori Spelling played that character so well. I mean, she was so good.
She came in to read and she had pigtails on. I said, we don't need to look at anyone else. She said, what do you mean? I said, she's Violet Ann Bickerstaff.
Well, my parents insist I have an extracurricular activity. So the Glee Club's perfect for me. I can hide in the group.
Then you had Ruth Buzzy, who was an old hand at it.
Oh, my little man is all grown up.
She was a comedic genius. Yeah, I mean, she was wonderful.
Lita Remini was really fun to work with. I think she added a lot to the show. I think that was a good balance, because she was a tough girl. You know, she wasn't a pushover.
See, I'm from the East Coast. Was that California humor, dude?
She did all the beat shows. She was great.
Mr. Belding, my name's Casey Kasem.
Casey ended up in radio, but he wanted to be an actor. And then, you know, Saved by the Bell, we're acting with him.
I could twist and sing. Let go of the microphone.
I listened to Peter one day say, what's the show about? And he goes, it's really something that's wrong that's made right.
The show that Elizabeth played in, the one that she was taking the caffeine pills to stay awake to do her tests, was an interesting choice of show material.
Pills? You mean you really are taking drugs?
I need them.
Jesse, give me those.
I need them, Zach. I have to sing.
Now people make fun of it, as do I, because it was no-dose. But it was a big deal.
I'm so excited. I'm scared.
Elizabeth did a great job with that, though.
We took on issues. We took on drunk driving.
The other night, we went to a party and we had a few beers.
You risk throwing away the rest of your life for a couple of beers?
We never had gangs or horrible things happen to anybody, but you know what? You get your heart broken at school, that can be pretty horrible.
You are a very hard girl to get over, Kelly. But I'd rather have you as a friend than not have you at all.
Oh, Zach.
It was, I think, really mirroring what people were going through that were our target audience.
Remember, Zach, it's better to be dumped by the best-looking girl than to have never been dumped at all.
It was first crush, first blush, first love, first heartbreak.
There were episodes when you hurt your best friend's feelings, and you got to deal with that, because that's your best friend.
I'm sorry about all the fighting, all right?
Me too. Friends.
Friends.
It's weird if you think about it, too, because we're learning all these good messages, and yet there's still some creepy ones in there. Like, what kind of guy has a cardboard life-size cutout that can lower down from his ceiling at the push of a button?
Kelly Kapowski. This is the year that I make my move.
That was kind of creepy, Zach.
They lied, they scammed, they cheated, but at the end of the day, they always did the right thing.
Now, look, I used to move around a lot. I never had a place I could actually call home. Till I came to Bayside. Now, I have real friends.
And I think that's what attracted a lot of people, especially mothers and fathers, when they allowed their, child to watch the show.
You know how many times people watch our episodes? Over and over and over, and they like it every time.
I am very surprised it has lasted, and then I'm not, because it had such chemistry. It was lightning in a bottle.
I believe that the show's secret is that in real schools, the cliques all don't hang out together. And, Bayside itself was a school where everybody hung out with everybody else and everybody got along. It was like a dream school.
It was a wonderful collage of people within this legacy of Saved by the Bell. It's been a great journey.
I was employed for 11 years on Saturday morning TV because of the success of Saved by the Bell and the job we all did, and the fans. Without you fans, if you hadn't loved our show and cared about our show and brought it into your chest and said, this is our show, we wouldn't have been there. So thank you to all the fans.
Guys!